Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Screwdrivers. Um, Off camera, I've gone through and filled out the holes on our car a little bit better. So we've got a roof and a bonnet and filled in on the sides. And I've even put some seats in there. And that one little part that we needed to put in here, which is, what do they call it? A hinge connector, which will open up that one race, which to open up the stepper motor. And it's also gotten us up to 1,000 kilograms, which will open up the weights or start to open up into the heavier weights. Right, straight away we'll head off and race it. What races are they going to give us? Climb up the hill. Well, that one we definitely need to do again because last time we had a really bad crash and only got a silver. So this time we'll try and pick a better route up the hill. Oh, parts are falling off. That's no good. Back to building. We have got a part problem. And we have some pins. Should hold it in. All right, let's try that again. And up the hill. Okay, now we're staying in one piece. Okay, let's try and avoid the big rock we hit last time. Oh, I don't know what I hit there. Try repair. Wrong button. I don't know what that was that I hit. It's obviously solid. Oh, happened as bad a run as what I had last time. Well, this is definitely not going to be the gold either. Yes, momentarily slower than our last effort. Oh, it opened the part up anyway. That was what we wanted. And there's our part, a weight. And back out, and let's go for the next race, which will open up the stepper motor. And we're doing the King of Kinetics again by the looks of it, because I don't feel confident with this big heavy lump of a car that we'll be able to stop that armored vehicle again in the don't let it escape. Took us quite a while the last time we tried to do it because he'd either just push us out of the road and we couldn't get up underneath him. You sort of need a low car to get up underneath him and tear his wheels out from underneath him to be able to get him quickly. So we'll go for the rally race with a crazy jump in it. If it loads, there it comes. Rolled so far away off the start that it actually reset us. Oh, the extra weight has actually made it a little bit harder to drive. But it does look a lot more like a car now. We're not just driving around in a chassis. We are still a little bit underpowered because we've still only got the 600 engines in there. We really need to buy some of the bigger, better engines. And this horrible jump that we didn't even make it up. Oh, wrong button again. So we're going to go around the jump. There's a sneaky little way that if you go down off the edge here, and back up the edge here. Oh, bits and pieces flying off everywhere as we go over the bumps. I don't know why that hit into the ground like it did. I've never actually had it do that before. You definitely should have enough ground clearance on the front. And for those with keen eyes will notice I've actually lifted up the rear bumper bar up one block so that it's we're not knocking off the party poppers every time we hit a bump. It's not helping us a great deal. Things get interesting when the car gets heavy. There's a lot more weight that you've got to be aware of. Shifting in the corners when you change direction. Oh, and when you launch like that. I have a feeling we may have lost a wing on the front of the car with the way that it's handling. Let's see if we can get up the jump this time. This time we made it over. Landed backwards, but landed nonetheless. Better than not making it over like it did on the first lap. Dodged a horrible bump. I have just a little bit too much weight to the front as well. Taken away just a little bit of our steering. Bits and pieces flying off again. And over the finish line. Stepper motor unlocked. We won't play the part introduction for it. And the next parts of the tech tree, because the car in our current configuration can't unlock anything else, we need to change over to have small carriage tyre parts on the car, because we'll unlock this suspension route next. So into build, and we'll take off our wheels. All four of them. And now we need to have the small carriage tyre. Put some of these up under the car. Oh yes, doesn't this look ridiculous? Yes, I'm sure that will make it very interesting to drive. Okay, let's see which race it wants us to do that on. So we've got a choice of paths beside the tunnel or the gravel road grind, and I don't think that the car like this would win on the gravel road grind. So we will do the paths between the tunnel, which is just a straight run down the road. Yes, this is ridiculous. No traction at all. Really burnouts in every gear. has stolen a little bit of our top speed too, because they're smaller wheels. Oh, and not only do we have hardly any acceleration, we've hardly got any brakes as well. Oh, gee. I think we missed the first gate. How did I manage to do that? Oh, because I did the big burnout right off the start and missed the gate. Oh, what is going on there? And an invisible hitbox right up the middle of the bridge. Perhaps this time. Across the corner. And all the way up to our very shortened top speed of 180. And we'll brake early this time so we don't miss the intersection. Oh, nearly hit the tree. Oh, and that was only just gold. With some silly wheels. But that's got our parts unlocked. Dirt suspension big. Okay, and straight back to building because now we can rip these wheels off. And we actually need to rip the suspension off for the next one because I know we need to change over to the street suspension. Wheels and suspension. We can get the suspension up at the side. Now, I think we do actually have to buy some because we haven't bought any yet. Yes, we need to have 4 of them. And we've got enough of the wheels. And hopefully, this doesn't leave us with our car falling to pieces because we have used the top suspension mount to mount a lot of the body parts on with. Oh, there's some parts under there I didn't paint. Look at that. So while we're under here, we'll paint a couple of parts. That part, and that part we didn't manage to paint. Okay, and wheels, we want some of these. Doesn't look quite as silly as what I did before, but it still looks silly. And guaranteed the driving will be just as comical. Okay, and let's have a look at the tech tree. And yes, now it's opened up. And this will be the long straight or don't let it escape. And we're going to do the long straight. Of course, I've hit the wrong button there. But before we do that, because we're going so slow, we will actually change out these final gears and gear us up one so that we can get a little bit more top speed on the smaller wheels. Now, fingers crossed this doesn't fall to pieces. The long straight. Because the whole top of the car might fall off. I'm hoping it doesn't. Oh, it didn't. Look at that. Go. Oh, but guess what we didn't do? I've got no steering and we're going to crash. Back to building. And I do it nearly every time. Change the suspension, put on new suspension, and forget to set them so that the front wheels can steer. The game needs some kind of a warning for us so that we don't do silly things like that. All right, let's try that again. And away we go. just about at the top speed the car can do. Oh, and it's still gold though, so it's not too bad. And now we have unlocked big street suspension, which is really only good for making Formula One cars. Back into building. And we'll press T, so what we need to get to the next one. Now we've got to put dirt medium wheels, which of course we'll need to buy some of those. So we want dirt medium wheels. And it may look like we have a lot of money there, but we don't actually have a lot of money. And guaranteed we will need 4 of these for the next event. So it's the windmill race. So we might actually change off the suspension as well and go back to the dirt suspension. Because our choices are the windmill race or the 888. And we've already got a gold on the 888, and we haven't actually driven the windmill race yet. So that'll also open us up another race. And then dirt mediums, and they fit. Yes, they look like they interfere, but they fit fine. And before we leave, we will remember to make the front wheel steer. Okay, and our new race event, which is unlocking that. And it's on the 888 or the windmill race. And we'll do the windmill race. Yes, it looks like we've monster trucked our car. Probably should have changed the gearing back down as well. Seeing we put on big wheels. Because it's just a little bit short on power. Everything's happening in slow motion. Oh, go. Yes, we don't have the most powerful engines in there yet either, so that's not helping the cause of how much power we can actually get. Dodge the windmill. Carefully over the top so we don't smash the car up too much. Dodge the last blades. Bounce across the rough stuff. The finish line. Oh, and a record as well. Because we're in A class. The big heavy wheels on there. Oh. Yep, we'll take those big wheels, thank you. And straight into building. And it will be to take off these wheels. Oh, select it, there we go. And put on these wheels. And that should have us opened up into a new event. And the event is the longer jump or the gravel road grind. Well, let's try the longer jump and we'll see if we can get a bronze on it. Because, yeah, I don't think this car is fast enough for the gravel road grind. We only need to get a bronze. Launch it off the end. And yeah, just a bronze. opens up the parts for us anyway. We can need to come back to it and do it with a proper jump car anyway. Something with some shark fins on it. Racing wheel big. Okay, back out into the building again, and we will tear these wheels off, because the last ones to open up are the motorcycle suspensions. Oh, we don't want to be in there. We want to be in the shop because we need to buy 4 of these. And let's put the wide street tyres on there. And while we're at it, seeing that last effort was really bad with the big wheels, we will gear down 1 notch to a 1-to-1 diff. Let's have a quick look in here. Oh, and if anything, I think that's still a little bit too... So we will go the other way and gear the diff down 1 point. Hopefully that'll put us around a 220. That should be good. Okay, let's go see what races it wants us to do. Open up the motorcycle suspension, and it's that up the hill race again. Okay, 3rd time's the charm. Let's see if we can get this one gold this time. Okay, we'll dodge the rock. And whatever it was we hit there, we'll dodge it. We don't exactly have a lot of grip with slick tyres on the dirt. We'll go round the edge this time. Just sliding off the side of the hill. We're still going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Gold! Amazing what happens when you don't crash. And that will have opened up this suspension and the other side of the motorcycle suspension. And well, something you've probably noticed is the cars that I had made in the rank list career have now started to appear in the tech tree. And that's basically because I've got the parts opened up. So we don't actually need to build a new jump car. We can just select this one, add it to the garage, and it'll tell us we need to buy another $2,055 worth of parts. And now we have this car we can use to go gold our jumps. And that'll be the same with the shopping basket. We can add it to the garage, and we need 1,338. And now we have those 2 specialty cars to do these 2 specialty races, which have now opened up, which is to transport my stuff and to get the jumps gold. But anyway, that won't be this episode. That'll be in the next episode. So I'll catch you then.